Hi there, my name's Ronan. I'm doing something I never thought I would. I'm traveling halfway around the world to Thailand on my own, backpacking. This is not the kind of thing I ever see myself doing. I am not the kind of person who socializes easily. I find it very difficult to talk to people. I find it difficult to be in crowds of people, never mind sleep in the same room with like 5 to 10 strangers in a hostel halfway around the world. I think it's going to be fun. I think there's going to be highs and lows, and I guess I'll see what happens. So yeah, I'm a little scared, but I've learned to like that in a strange sort of way. To run towards the things that scare me. Because that is where personal growth is. That is where you evolve and grow and develop as a person. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this or if I'm going to hate it. I feel like I need something new in my life, because every day is just a repetition of the last. Every tomorrow is just another today. I need to not know what's going to happen next. I want to wake up in the morning and not know what's going to happen. So here I go. Backpack packed, anxious, and excited. Just one more sleep and I'm off to the airport. So, yeah, here we go. Absolute fucking lunatic. This is so nice. It's so nice to just actually be able to lie down. Basically 24 hours of travel. Gonna go down for breakfast, see what they've got, and I'm gonna try and figure out what that temple is across the road. So I'm gonna have some breakfast, sort myself out, and go and take a gander. After finishing my breakfast, I left the hotel and started wandering the streets trying to find the temple. Only it was a lot further than I thought, and Bangkok was an absolute maze. I've given up and I'm gonna get a Bolt because I am really, really sweaty. Hello. A short taxi ride later, and I made it to Wat Hua Lafong. Hope I said that right. By the time I left, I was soaked through. Bangkok's humidity didn't mess around. Next stop, the Grand Palace. I'm not sure why, but the Grand Palace was shut. So I'm going to walk over to Wat Po, I think it is. The Grand Palace was shut in honour of the late Queen, so I made my way around the corner to Wat Po. After leaving Wat Po, I wandered around some more, bought some of the most touristy clothes imaginable, and stopped off at a bar for some of the best orange juice I have ever tasted. Went somewhere else for a quick bite to eat, and then headed back to my hotel to pack up and make the move to my first hostel. Here we go. Mad Monkey. By the time the day was over, I'd made some friends of my roomies, and we headed down for a night out on Koh Tao Road. Well, actually, 3 nights in a row.
Tonight we're gonna leave it on the floor. Yeah, let's move until we just can't anymore. Let's dance the night away. 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 Tonight could be the last night of our lives. Yeah, let's live like we're on top of the world tonight. Let's dance the night away. 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 Even if the sky falls down, we've got tonight.
After 3 nights, I was completely wiped out. It was fun, crazy, and I was exhausted. I took it easy for a while, had a lie-in, a good pad thai, and just wandered around the area for a while, soaking in Bangkok. Probably a poor choice of words there. Then I hopped in for a short canal trip. Yeah, I'm good.
Uga, may laki for you.
Oh, thank you, Raccoon. Oh, hello. What is this?
Festival.
Let's go, let's try.
Let's do it.
And after decorate, there is a pit.
Yours coming together.
Nice, right?
Yeah.
Nice, huh?
Thank you.
And like this.
Sorry, but
Not too tight.
I'm gonna build on this like second floor, third floor.
Like a cake. Yeah.
Okay.
That's not right.
You just
Nice. Whoa. Wow. Power. Wow.
Yeah, teamwork. Extreme work.
Ronan. Careful, mate.
Not afraid. Not
Right.
afraid. Yeah.
What should I pray for?
Healthy. Love. Rich. Nothing.
Glass. Did you make a wish?
Wallet.
It's a prayer. I did. After nearly a week in Bangkok, it was time for me to leave. Bangkok was wild and it saddened me to say goodbye to the people I met there. But I had to move on. I woke up and booked my last minute flight to Koh Samui. Then I ended up having to stay and book accommodation as the boats to Koh Tao stopped by the time I arrived, so I had an overnight stay in a hotel in Koh Samui. This is actually stunning. This is just something else. Absolutely something else. I mean, that hotel, £35, it was a last minute deal, right on front of this, and it is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. This trip has been a roller coaster. Bangkok was chaos and madness, and this is tranquil. I mean, there's a party going on over there, but it's really peaceful. It's quiet. I enjoyed my time at Mad Monkey. Certainly mad. I booked my flight about 2 hours before I caught it, and then when I got here, I booked my accommodation, and then 20 minutes later, I was there. Tomorrow, the Koh Tao. So basically, I'm now realizing I have overpacked by quite a bit. So I'm just going through all my stuff and just trying to get rid of like any little bits that I'm just not going to use, I'm not going to need, or that I thought I'd need more of than I do. I'm going to try and get rid of like a t-shirt or two maybe as well. Any little thing that I can get rid of, I'm going to try and get rid of. Because my bag is just bulging and it's just, I need to sort it out so that I can take a few souvenirs home and carry around a little less weight and not stress my bag so much. I've just had a cocktail down the road and it's kind of made me really tired. Alright, goodbye. Early afternoon, I checked out and headed to the pier to catch my speedboat, from Koh Samui to Koh Tao. Samui was nice. It was the first chance I really had to just sit back and relax. I pretty much had the place to myself. The speedboat didn't take long, and before I knew it, I was in Koh Tao, looking for my next hostel, the Near Me hostel. I checked in and did my diving homework, in preparation for the next day. After my first night in Koh Tao, it was time to start my open water course. I needed a medical sign-off for my asthma, so I got whisked on a scooter to the clinic for the all clear. Back at the dive centre, I met my group and we headed to the pool for theory and practice. We learned to set up gear, equalise and handle emergencies like mask removal and out-of-air drills. The next morning we met at the beach, jumped on a small boat which took us to the main diving boat, then cruised out for the dives.
There we go. I'm good. Good, man.
Over 2 days we completed 4 open water dives, putting everything we learned into practice. Here's a montage of what the photographers shot. After completing my course, I wasn't ready to stop, so I booked a fun dive for the next day. There wasn't as much to see this time, but they did let me take my camera. So yeah, here's another montage. Words can't express how incredible this experience was. Being so far underwater, surrounded by coral with schools of fish swarming around me. Looking up and seeing the surface so far away. Feeling like I'm floating in space. Weightless. It was peaceful. I had an early night. The following morning I took a day trip to Koh Tao. It was incredibly hot and I got bitten the shit out of with mosquitoes everywhere. It was very, very good. I wish I could have saved longer, but there's a queue. But wow, that was impressive. But very, very hot. It's a short climb up, but very hot. And got quite a few mosquito bites, I think. Should have put some DEET on, but I would have sweated off, and look at me. I'm soaking. Life on Koh Tao was nice. Nice food, nice beach, nice atmosphere. While staying at the near me hostel, I made some friends. We decided to go on a short hike looking for a viewpoint. And we found what we were looking for. The secret bar. We ordered some smoothies and sat back to watch the sunset.
That's why I used to love doing underwater.
Very good, very good. Yes, tasty.
The next day I woke up and started making my way to Koh Phi Phi. I checked out of my hostel and headed for the pier, where I took a ferry back to Koh Samui. I sat on the top deck for the view, where my neck got a little sunburnt, but it was worth it. Now back in Koh Samui, I found my hotel for the night, did a quick vlog, and went out for some food.
I don't know if you can hear me, but whenever you leave an airport or ferry service or whatever, you just get swarmed with taxis. Not very friendly, it's just a bit much. Thank you.
Hey. So I've just come from Koh Tao via ferry to Koh Samui, staying here one night. And then in the morning, 8:30, I'm getting another ferry, and then a bus, and then another ferry over to Phi Phi Island. The food's been really good. Really cheap as well, but pretty good. I haven't had any stomach problems yet. Bought a few t-shirts, because of course I did. I'm a tourist, right? I'm a very touristy tourist, in case that hasn't come across yet. I don't really know what happens next. I feel like I need to slow down for a day or two, but the thing is I don't have much time left. I've got 5 days left, and yet I'm getting upset that I have to go home. I think traveling has changed me a bit. So traveling alone, when you're moving from place to place, day to day, you can just live and say what you mean and do what you want. When there is a challenge or you're faced with some form of adversity, how you deal with that based on your intuition, I think it does help you see yourself. and what you're capable of. Because what if things don't go to plan? Well, there isn't a plan. I've completely lost track of this video. Hopefully you can edit it so it makes sense. Good luck. Before heading to bed, I went for a walk and found some food. Tried some mystery meat at a food market.
Thank you, Pop and Cat. What I've got. This one's quite nice.
I woke up early the following morning and walked to the pier to catch my next ferry. Then I was transferred to a coach heading to Krabi. And once in Krabi, I was driven over to the pier, where I took another ferry for the last leg. And after what felt like a very long day, I was finally in Koh Phi Phi. Looked for my bag in the Mount Everest of black backpacks, paid the park fee and checked into my hostel. Then had some chicken fried rice before checking out a Phi show on the beach. Phi show experienced, it's time to do some kayaking over to Monkey Bay.
Speed and power. Monkey saw my camera's dive case, so try to get it back. Okay, got it. Went in my bag, took this.
Oh my god.
Got it back though.
I wish I'd filmed my arrival because on the way back, a sneaky wave flipped my kayak. And just like that, bye-bye camera. The water was knee-deep, but so sandy I couldn't see a thing, even with my goggles. And after 20 minutes of scrambling around with some kind strangers, everyone had given up, and I had lost hope. Then, as they were heading back to their kayak, the guy literally happened to step on it maybe 15 meters away. After the monkey attack and this, I was officially traumatized.
This fell in the water from the front now. It was quite shallow, but I nearly gave up, and then someone just happened to stand on it. It's the first dive housing nearly get stolen by a monkey, and then I nearly dropped the camera and it was underwater. I am so very lucky today. So I might have recovered the camera, but lost the selfie stick. But I'm still counting that as a win.
The following day I spent exploring, navigating around the streets and taking it all in. I even managed to buy a new selfie stick. I seen a viewpoint on Google Maps, so I took a wander. It wasn't far, but it was quite steep. Well worth the trek to get such a good view of Koh Phi Phi. I kept going and made my way to the second viewpoint, which was just a bit higher up.
Very hot. Very steep.
After spending some time admiring the view, I made my way back down. Then came to the real adventure. Spending an eternity deciding where to eat. After much back and forth, I settled on a home comfort. Yummy. And that was me done. I spent the final full day in Koh Phi Phi basically comatose in bed. Thailand had won. The next morning, I dragged myself out into the rain, said goodbye to the island and ferried back to Krabi. Quick hotel check-in, and filmed a quick little vlog. Hey, I've just arrived in Krabi this morning. I got the ferry over here. Yeah, I woke up and it was like pouring with rain, looked like a storm. And I was a little bit worried, but when I got on the boat and we actually got out to sea, it was really, really calm. So that was weird. Tonight I'm just gonna relax and chill because tomorrow morning I've got a flight early in the morning and then I spend one night in Bangkok. And then I head home. But yeah, waking up this morning and trying to sort all my bags out without waking anyone up, I find that tricky. Because you have to be like quiet, but then sometimes if you go too slow, you end up making more noise. So it's trying to get the right balance. Yeah, that's me done for now. Far too early the following morning, I woke up and took my flight back to Bangkok. And suddenly, it's my very last day. Thought I'd spend my final day in Thailand just wandering around the city. I hopped on the back of a random motorbike taxi, an absolutely terrifying first time experience by the way, and spent the ride wondering how many bones I was about to break. But I survived that.
That was actually terrifying.
And then I spent the afternoon wandering the streets, shopping for souvenirs and pretending I wasn't totally heartbroken that the trip was over.
Tell you what, this place, very confusing. Looking for the little trinkets. Probably not the best place for it, really. I just keep seeing camera gear. It goes on and on and on. I'm lost about 12 times at this point. Okay, found somewhere, I think. Thank you.
Thank you.
Every time I walk away from this place, I end up back here. Thank you.
Souvenirs bought, I had my last meal before heading back to my hotel and filming my closing thoughts.
Yes, popcorn car. Is that correct? Popcorn car? Yeah. Popcorn car.
You cannot to say ka.
Is that women?
Ka used for women.
Yeah. So cap.
Cup.
Cap.
Crap.
Crap.
Yes.
Oh, like crap.
Good student. ขอบคุณครับ
Popcorn crap. Thank you.
Thank you ครับ
In about 2 hours, I head to the airport back home. I'm not really sure how to feel. Because I have really enjoyed myself. I cannot remember another time in my life where I've had so many good moments back to back within such a short space of time.
And it's good to be alive. It's good to be alive. This feeling's running high.
So in 3 weeks, I think I've managed to do quite a lot. There were days where I just felt completely burnt out and I ended up just not doing anything and just lying in bed in the hostel. I wish I had longer so that I could have taken things slower, because that way I don't think I would feel as burnt out as I do right now. So I am looking forward to going home. I'm looking forward to seeing my dog, my family, my dog most of all. I'm looking forward to giving him a hug. I'm looking forward to sleeping in my own bed. At the same time, I wish I wasn't going home because I have enjoyed myself so much. It's gone really, really quickly. Like incredibly quickly. Okay, time for me to go. Time for me to get the plane home. So, yeah. Goodbye, Thailand.